Hey folks, welcome to this week's edition of BrushPile Fishing. We've got a great show in store for you today. We're on Lake Conroe here in Texas. It's December, but they're calling for temperatures in the mid-60s, so it should be a great day. And we have a great guest. My good friend Brian Carter is going to join us again, and we're going to actually be fishing in part of the Sam Houston National Forest. So you stay tuned. We'll be right back with BrushPile Fishing.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country. Right here on BrushPile Fishing.
Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing here at Lake Conroe in Texas with my good friend Brian Carter. Brian, how are we doing today, man?
Russ, we're good. Welcome back to Texas. A little bit different time of the year this year. We shot a show in April last year.
Yes, sir.
You guys have been lucky enough to come down here and meet with us in December. And so we're mid-December, but as is Texas, we're in the mid-60s today, so kind of a foggy, dreary morning. But we got a great show for you today. We're going to be way up here in the Sam Houston National Forest on the north end of Lake Conroe, 160,000 acre national forest. We'll be up in the San Jacinto River that feeds the lake, and should have a great show catching some fish shallow up here in the river.
Shallow water fishing, bud. That's my favorite.
Yeah, it should be 12 foot and less, maybe as shallow as 3 or 4 foot.
You ready to get started?
Let's do it, yeah.
All right, folks, here we go. There we go. What you got? Oh, that's a nice crappie.
How about that?
Folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing. If you just joined us, we're on Lake Conroe in one of the tributaries. Just getting started, and that is a dandy fish to get us going.
We've had a little struggle here on the first couple of places, but yeah, nice white crappie, losing its color with the wintertime and colder water. But
we've had a lot of rain last night, and
a lot of
it's
rain,
pushed
a little current here in the river, yeah. But you know, we're going to battle through there, and we're going to find us some pockets in there where the current's not as strong, and I think we're seeing that right here on this laydown. And yeah, produce first fish of the morning.
This is actually the first one we've been able to straight fish.
Yeah,
you know?
to get straight in there without going to a heavier weight. So yeah, hopefully we can repeat this and you know, keep catching what we came here for.
That's a good one. There we go. There's another one. That might be a decent. Oh, he's in the brush. He's still on there. Work out there. Come on, he's still on.
All right.
I'll let him work out of it, hopefully. That's a good fish if it's that crappie.
Yep. He's out.
There we go. Now yours was a white crappie, I do believe, and
You decided to catch
there's
the other
black.
species.
And Brian, this stuff is thick underneath
Yeah.
here, this lay down.
Yeah, it's tough to fish. That's isn't that the Glow Pro jig?
That's
you
the
fishing
Glow
on that?
Pro, yes sir.
Yeah. Very nice.
Look at
There.
that.
Now we got you something. I mean, you fly all the way down here for a 12-inch fish.
Hey, we'll take him. Good
Yeah.
black crappie. You know, a lot of places it's unusual to catch blacks and whites in the same trees, but that's two fish, boom, boom.
Yeah, up here in the river, it seems to hold both species. So just a lot of cover. So, you know, any crappie, regardless of their type, is going to be up here. Yeah.
Let's get back down there.
Let's do it.
All right. Brian, I've got that Glow Pro. It's got just a little purple streak on the back. And man, when he hit that, I mean, he thumped it.
Yeah, mine's got a little chartreuse head to it. You know, we finally found a piece of the river here from this rain that has a little current break. We're on the inside of the channel here.
Yeah, folks, we started out this morning. We've hit a couple brush piles before coming to this laydown, but the current was so bad, even with a 3/8 ounce, it was just taking it downstream. So this is the first laydown we've actually been able to fish, and those two fish came back to back.
Right here behind us on the opposite bank is where that current is going down through there, and it's some nice brush there too, but we just can't keep the jig in the strike zone there that we want it to be.
So Brian, Lake Conroe, the actual lake we were looking at yesterday, beautiful. And the thing, I would love to be here in the spring because I've seen all the docks and the boat houses.
There's a lot of boat houses. It's great springtime dock shooting. And we would normally try to look out there on the main lake for crappie this time of year, but you know, there are some lakes here in Texas. I'm sure there's lakes everywhere around the country too where crappie go up in these rivers and creeks in the wintertime. And a lot of people forget about this. They just think that they've got to go fish deep water. And you know, we're fishing, it's about 14 foot in the middle of this channel. It's about 8 foot where this laydown is sitting. And there are lakes, not every lake. There's a fish.
There we go. You got a different color glow. Oh no.
He is gone.
Sun's starting to pop out. We had a lot of rain last night.
There we go.
That took you a long time. Oh, what's another good keeper fish?
Well, sorry about that, Russ.
Get him in here.
I thought you might want to wear him for a minute.
One tree produced 3 fish now and a miss fish.
One stop, one drop. That Glow Pro. Yeah, first one on a pink head on a yellow body.
And Brian, I got to see that hit too, man. When you drop down there, they're thumping it.
Yeah, even in the wintertime, people think, oh, the fish are slow and lethargic, and no, to me, they bite just like they do in the springtime. I mean, you put it in front of their nose and he's gonna whack it, yeah.
Stay right there. More BrushPile fishing is next. War Eagle Boats, the most versatile line of hunting and fishing aluminum boats available. We strive to overcome real hunting and fishing obstacles, which drives us to create better products in the future. Check out the Blackhawk 2170, the ultimate crappie fishing boat. Built on a 22-degree V-hull and paired with a 150 horsepower motor, you get lots of space and performance. All War Eagle boats are built to suit the needs of our customers, guaranteeing you a boat worthy of the investment. Visit wareagleboats.com to get yours started today.
Introducing NKT.TV, a brand new solution for the cord-cutting generation. With NKT.TV, viewers enjoy viewer-specific programming with the ability to pick and choose the channels you wish to subscribe to. Missed BrushPile fishing this week? Catch it on NKT.TV, along with all your other Pursuit channel favorites. NKT.TV offers dozens of network and channel options for you, the viewer, to choose from. So go ahead, cut the cord, and get everything you want with nothing you don't. Visit NKT.TV today.
BrushPile Fishing is brought to you by these fine sponsors. B&M Poles, over 70 years of quality and performance. Mustad, best-selling hook on the planet. War Eagle, built for hunters who love to fish. Suzuki, the ultimate 4-stroke outboard. Slime Line, catch the fever.
Now, Brian, we're in December here, and we're talking about this winter pattern, but up home, we're iced over. So what kind of water temperatures are we having here?
We're in the low 50s right now. I believe, Russ, this morning it was 53 degrees.
Okay.
And you know, it'll cool off a little bit more in the river, but not much. It might get to about 50 because you do have a little bit of a flow in here. You know, it doesn't have the exposure to the winds like you do on the main lake. And like today with the sun coming out a little bit, the water's calm, the winds are light, and that sun will keep this water a little warmer than it will on the main lake.
Especially being a little bit dingy like it is.
Yeah, certainly has some color to it.
And this is what I'm comfortable with. I love this kind of water color.
Yeah, it certainly allows you some flexibility, certainly to catch fish shallower, I'm just imagining coming back up here in the springtime, because with it staying an off color all the way up to the bank, it allows those fish to get shallow there, you know, back in March or April.
What kind of limits do they have here?
So Texas is a 25 fish per person and 10 inches minimum length.
Okay.
And even though we're fishing in the Sam Houston National Forest boundaries, their fishing regulations are the same as the rest of the state.
Gotcha.
No other restrictions.
You know, one of the things I notice here, you know, there's a few lakes in Texas that gets all the notoriety, but like Conroe here, you don't hear as much about it. We've been here a half an hour. Fishing is excellent. The quality's good. We've got good numbers.
It's really known, I think, a little bit more as a recreational lake because of its proximity to Houston, and certainly on the south end, you can see that with the number of boathouses that are down there. A lot of neighborhoods and communities built around the lake. Beautiful area, beautiful place to come bring your family for the weekend, and but it does have a lot of sport fishing opportunities to it. There's been, I know the BASS circuits have had several of their qualifying tournaments on this lake, and I don't think we've hosted a crappie tournament on this lake, but after the way today has gone, it certainly could be in the vision for the future. There we go. Oh, he's on there. Get out of there.
Get out
Come on,
of that tree.
fish.
Oh yeah, that's a good
white
fish.
crappie.
That's a good fish.
That fish, Russ, will make the 10-inch minimum length limit.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, that's a better grade of fish there, about a 13-inch white crappie. You'll notice on them the colors aren't there like they are in the spring and the summer. Those fish, I mean, they are slowing down some in the wintertime, and the off-colored water does affect their coloration a little bit, so you don't have the really profound vertical bars in them that you would during the springtime.
One of the things, Brian, we were talking about off camera earlier, I've got the 8-pound slime line on here.
Yep.
And next to this blue rod with the orange, man, you can really see that line.
Yeah, especially the sun is right behind us, and it lights up that orange on the rod and the green contrast to the line. Yeah, there's a full shot of high vis line right there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. I've really found that to be the most handy when those fish are hitting it on the fall.
Yeah.
And you can actually see that line has stopped falling.
Yep.
And
because a lot of times you won't feel that.
no, you won't feel it. You're just kind of sight fishing at that point in time.
There we go.
There he is.
Good one?
Not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
I did have to switch to a little live bait rig there, but sometimes you just got to adapt and see what the fish want. And today, that white crappie wanted a piece of live bait.
The jigs have caught mainly black crappie today. I think we caught a few white ones on them.
Yeah, but not a bad river fish.
Stay where you are. More BrushPile excitement is coming up.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler Gray Head.
This patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor,
Rockport Rattler.
making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
Driftmaster rod holders. Whether you are pushing, pulling, or organizing, Driftmaster has you covered with products that are made in America. We can rig any boat for any technique from front to back. Driftmaster, for the way you fish. Get ready, get registered, and get qualified for the 2019 Cabela's Crappie USA Classic hosted this year on Old Hickory Lake, Gallatin, Tennessee. Crappie USA, the largest crappie tournament organization in the world, is giving you the chance to compete for over $100,000 in cash and prizes, including 2 Ranger boat packages powered by Mercury and Minn Kota in our amateur and professional divisions. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a beginner, take your fishing to the next level at the Cabela's Crappie USA Tournament Classic. B&M Poles, the #1 crappie pole company in the world. Whether you are jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole. 3rd-generation family company with over 7 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Pole, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. Visit bnmpoles.com for yours today.
This episode of BrushPile Fishing is brought to you by Crappie USA, NKT.TV, Driftmaster, Gamma Line, Power Pole, Grand Lake St. Mary's.
There we go.
Oh,
there's
there
another
it
one.
is.
Oh, there's another black. I got him.
Okay,
I got him.
yeah.
Another black. Those were up a little bit on the log, but he's
that's
a little bit
shallower
darker.
fish. Yeah, now he's got some color to him. Yeah,
Very
very nice.
fish. So we call 3 whites out of here, a couple blacks.
Yeah, and just missed one up shallow. That fish couldn't have been maybe 4 feet under the surface.
The white crappie are running a little bit longer, which is normal.
Yep,
But
yep.
man, that's a healthy fish. Look at the color.
Yeah, he's pretty.
We're fishing one of the tributaries here on Conroe, folks. And
Yeah, this is the San Jacinto River, the west arm that feeds the far north end of the lake. So it's about a 21,000 acre lake, nearly 21 miles from one end to the other. But the Navionics chips don't even know where we are up in here today. So
no.
we are way up. For those that are watching the show and may know this area, we're up north of the Lake Stubblefield area. I'm actually fishing within the boundaries of the Sam Houston National Forest.
And it has been a good morning, folks. And again, if you just joined us, Brian said this is a pattern that you can fish, you know, all winter long here.
There's a fish.
Not quite as big as some of the others, but
No, but he showed up today.
you actually got him on the live bait mustad rig
Yeah,
there.
this was just on a live bait rig where we've got a jig on one rod and a live bait on the other just to see what these fish like today. We've caught them on both, and so we'll just continue that pattern.
And so far, the jigs have caught the most and
The
the
jig has
biggest.
outfished the live bait. Yes, it has, absolutely.
You know, Brian, yesterday we had to get some video for the tourism department.
Mm-hmm.
We actually got to go down into the town of Conroe. That is pretty neat.
Yeah, that's a beautiful town. A lot of development that's taken place in the last decade within those communities as in my opinion, people are leaving the Houston area for some more affluent areas and better opportunities, certainly for recreation as well. And yeah, the Conroe area really over the last decade has just really bloomed. There we go.
On the jig. Oh, that's
nice
a nice
fish.
fish. Yeah, keep the net on him.
There we go. Woo. Yes, sir. You do the harder part, and I'll just bring him in.
You know, we talked earlier, folks, that the jig has outfished the live bait and we've caught bigger. And this is another black, and he is a nice black crappie. Hold on.
They don't like any fight, even in the wintertime.
There we go. Look at that.
Nice fish, sir. Well done.
Woo!
Yes.
You don't think he wanted that jig?
Yeah.
Look at that.
That is just about a disappearing act there produced by the fish. So
He thumped it.
yeah, very nice. People say you can't catch fish in the current. We can watch the leaves right here, and they're flowing straight through this
Oh,
brush.
yeah, you can see the movement.
And yeah, but if you've got a nice, strong, healthy fish like that, they have no problem surviving in there. Yeah, beautiful fish, Russ. Very nice. Yes,
Wow,
sir.
Good night job, brother.
Yes, sir.
Look at the bellies on these things. And you talk about shoulders. Look at that, folks.
Yeah, that one's got some weight to him. Yeah, nice fish.
I am liking Lake Conroe.
Yeah, well done. Well done. Welcome to Texas again.
Stay tuned. We're only moments away from more brush pile fishing. While visiting Lake Conroe, Texas, make some time to visit historic downtown Conroe. Conroe is proud to be home of 3 craft breweries and 1 distillery. Don't forget to try some of our local cuisines, such as Pacific Yard House in downtown Conroe. After dinner, visit the historic Owen Theater or Crichton Theater, each hosting live productions of musicals, plays, and other performances. Plan to immerse yourself in the arts at the Madeley Building. Montgomery County is the birthplace of the Lone Star State flag, so make the short drive to see the flag park and learn about Conroe's rich history. Of course, no visit to Conroe would be complete without a fantastic meal at Fajita Jack's at Waterpoint Marina or any of Conroe's other fine eateries. Conroe, Texas. Adventure awaits. Go to visitconroe.com for more information.
Welcome to the world of Mustad, legendary craftsmanship with over 180 years of experience with advanced designs and technology. Mustad is a name you can trust for whatever you fish for. The long trusted classic and big game hooks, the innovative ultra point designs, assortment of tools and jigs, or pre-tied rigs and accessories. Quality and durability are built into every Mustad product. Saltwater giants or freshwater trophies. Make your next trip more memorable with Mustad.
For great fishing, check out Grand Lake St. Mary's. Located in west central Ohio, if you're looking to land bass, catfish, crappie, perch, or bluegill, Grand Lake is the place for you. Check out greatergrandlakeregion.com.
Nearly $500,000 on the line. Oh! And it all comes down to ounces.
1076, going in Rudy.
Don't miss a second of the newest and richest crappie trail in the country, the American Crappie Trail, presented by Lucas Oil. Woo! Watch Pursuit Channel, Fox Sports South and Midwest for all the action.
We're ready to go now.
The future of crappie fishing is here. The American Crappie Trail.
Love it. Living the dream, folks. Living the dream.
Yeah, pretty much year-round fishing in an environment like this. About the only thing that's interrupted this kind of fishing was Hurricane Harvey. And that there's a lot of, you can kind of see as we go through the river here, a lot of debris that's 15, 20 feet above us because all of this was just a giant lake there during that natural disaster.
It's hard to imagine the water being that high, but when we put in today, we were at a little bridge and there were some power lines going across. And you told me that was actually underwater.
The surge that came up here was monumental for this area, and a lot of people lost their homes, and you know, there's a lot of areas, even in the Houston area, that are still recovering from that. So it was, it certainly left its mark for a long time.
It's good to see things trying to get back to normal.
Yeah, and apparently the fish found their way back in here and allowed us to come down here and enjoy this day on the water.
It has been a good morning.
All right, Russ, you take the inside. I'm gonna take this hole right here.
Gotcha. I'm gonna get where this jig works in that
I
current.
can't almost hold it. There he is.
Oh, you are not gonna get him out of there.
Get out of there.
Oh my gosh. I'll just wait.
Where is he?
Oh my gosh. Bring him under a limb.
There we go.
Bring him through.
Jungle fishing.
Look at that.
There we go.
Gosh.
Sometimes we just got to get all the way back in that tree.
That was some nasty stuff you
That's
were
why
in.
we leave the net on the front of the boat there. Yeah.
You can see fish, folks, we got the line underneath branches. Oh my gosh.
That, I would say the Russ Bailey Signature Series rod proved it can jungle fish. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's pretty fish there. Nice white crappie. That one's got more color to them than some of the other ones we've caught today.
Yeah. Pretty
I don't know
fish.
what to make of that, but yeah, much prettier fish there to be catching.
Complete with leaves, folks.
Leaves, yes. Got the forage look, yeah, absolutely. Appreciate the net job there. Always nice to have a good net man.
No problem.
We've kind of moved up in here a little bit shallower. That 10-foot water's got some current in it, so let's see if we can find something up. Maybe there's 3 or 4? Is that a fish?
That's fish. I got him.
Get him up.
Woo.
That fish came straight
Dude,
up.
did you see the thump?
Yeah, that's that's got to be the shallowest fish of the day. The fin's all tore up.
Gosh.
That fish is not in, well, however deep this is right here. Well, you've got 1-foot markers. That fish is in less than 4 feet of water.
Look how dark he is.
That's pretty right there.
Beautiful fish.
Nice fish, sir.
Man, he thumped, that rod just boom.
That's cool. You can catch them in stuff that thick. It's like springtime fishing, but wintertime for us, which is kind of like springtime.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to Texas Rivers there, Russ.
All right.
That's cool to catch them up shallow.
And now, the BrushPile Gear Check.
Hey folks, welcome to today's BrushPile Gear Check. Brian, we had 2 rigs going today. We had a live bait and a jig rig. You start the folks out with the live bait rig.
Well, on the live bait today, we were using a B&M 10-foot brush cutter, the Camel brush cutter by B&M Poles, a number 2 Mustad light wire hook, and a 3/8 ounce, just a regular casting weight. It's set up kind of like what people would call a drop shot rig, but allows us to fish down in brush. It keeps the weight below the hook.
And folks, we were also using jigs today. When we jig fish, we have my Signature Series 10.5 foot rod by B&M, and that's the brand new rod. I think you're going to like that. Match that up with the Daiwa reel, and I had 8-pound slime line. That's in the high vis. Now the jig, and I might point out the jigs caught more fish today and bigger fish today.
Yes, they did.
But we had anywhere from a 1/32 all the way up to a 1/8 ounce Mustad jig head. And then the plastic of the day, these are the Micro Dancers by Glow Pro. They're an awesome bait. We caught them on several colors, but the one that worked the best for me was this pink. These are glow stick infused, And I'll tell you what, if you've never used the Glow Pros, awesome bait, great action, especially when we had the current coming in, just holding that thing still and the current hitting off that tail, it was great. So a pretty simple rig, and again, they wanted that today, and I think all the black crappie, if I'm not mistaken, hit on the jig.
On the jigs, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. No, it's a great combination there, and paired with a great pole. I think we know the guy it's named after, and that is brand new for 2019. So,
yep.
Yeah, great day on the water.
All right, folks, and that's today's BrushPile gear check. There we go.
There he is.
That ain't a bad
Get
fish.
that fish out of there, Russ.
Come here. Oh yeah.
There he is.
Little white.
Yes, sir. Very nice.
Not as big as some that we've got today, but another good
river fish.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And if you want to clean them, that's the size to do. Let some bigger ones go back.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that fish at all.
You know what, folks? I'm from the northern states, Ohio. Get down here, plan a winter trip. Like I say, we're in late December, and this has absolutely been awesome. The scenery's great. Everything is cool here. So get down here. Brian, thanks again, brother. I
Yes,
sure
sir.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Anytime.
All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed it, and you stay tuned because we'll be back next week with BrushPile Fishing.
For more brush pile fishing excitement, find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.